episode on this man right here, Joe Rogan. This is episode 1993 with Josh Dublin and Bruce Bryan. Now, this story is really interesting. This guy, Bruce Bryan, went to jail on a homicide that he did not commit and was locked up for 29 years. And the only reason that he got released is because the prosecutor who helped pretty much was the person that put him in jail. Main prosecutor was arrested federally for bribing witnesses and tampering with evidence. So absolutely crazy. This guy's what we're about to hear right now is him telling a story about how he was at Joe's comedy club and there was somebody sitting behind him and he's kind of institutionalized, so he didn't really take to it too kindly. And then he's going to go into the case of what actually happened. Let's get into it. But before I do I even have the store up? Oh, I got to go to the store, guys. You guys got to check out the store right here. The Great Resist. It's the newest design released by myself, Coach Colin. And we have, of course, the anti-WF stuff and the sold not for sale stuff. Hoodies, shirts, t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, all of that good stuff. Sold not for sale, The Great Resist. Every single purchase helps us maintain this channel, helps us fight against demonetization. It helps us a lot. So thank you so much to anybody who's purchased. Now let's get into the clip. This is 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Let's go.
Master. He's a master.
But we were sitting there and some other folks came in, and at some point, Bruce kept looking over his shoulder. And, I realized that he was uncomfortable, and he switched seats very quickly so that he would be side to side, shoulder to shoulder with them. I think I know why you did it.
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
Well, I think in prison you become accustomed to not wanting people behind you, right? And then I got this scar in prison from behind, so you're always conscious of what's behind you.
Of course.
Yeah.
No one goes through that experience unscathed, right? You come out with these idiosyncrasies or these quirks these defense mechanisms that you develop while you're incarcerated. You're in an abnormal environment for decades. It's gonna have an effect on you psychologically.
How old were you when they put you in?
I was 23, just turning 24.
And tell us the whole story. What happened?
Well, I was arrested back in 1994 for homicide. I think that everyone knew that I didn't do this case at all. Everyone knew I didn't commit the crime. I mean, I literally woke up that afternoon because my girlfriend wanted to change her niece's costume. And she also had a taste for chocolate cake. So just imagine waking up to change a costume for Halloween, a child's costume, and then disappearing for the next 29 years of your life, right? And being charged with a homicide while the prosecutor involved in your conviction has a history of misconduct. And it wasn't until some 27, 26 years later that he finally gets arrested and gets convicted. Former Queens prosecutor John Scarpa. He gets convicted for the very same misconduct that I've been telling them about, that he's been doing for decades.
So he would just find someone, pin it on them.
Yeah, he would concoct a story, a theory, as he did in my situation.
And he did this just to convict someone.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that he was targeting you. He just decided it was you.
Anybody that he felt was involved in a criminal lifestyle or in drug dealing, it's easier to get someone that has a history of being involved in the streets to put a case on them than it is that someone that doesn't. So, once they find out that you have a record, it's easy to say, all right, well, he did this homicide.
What kind of a record did you have at the time?
I had a drug sale prior to that. So that's enough for him to say, okay, he's a part of a drug crew and, let's arrest him and lock him up.
This particular prosecutor, his thing was bribery. He would pay off witnesses. And he ended up not only getting convicted, but went to federal prison for it. I should.
How crazy is that? How crazy. Let me just switch over here so you guys can actually see. I might have to make this a little smaller, but this is a real thing. The guy's name was John Scarper, and he was arrested federally. And get this, 30 months. So he's been doing this for decades. For a very long time. He gets 30 months in prison, and he gets charged $10,000, and that's it. It says right here, John Scarper Jr., a criminal defense attorney, was sentenced today in federal court in Brooklyn to 30 months in prison and fined $10,000 by the U.S. District Judge Carol Bagler Amon for bribing a witness to commit perjury in a double homicide trial in Suffolk County Supreme Court. Scarper was convicted following a 4-day trial in May 2019. Scarpa, there you go, who will be disbarred, has been practicing law in New York since 1982 and was a prosecutor at 3 district attorney's office in the metropolitan area before entering private service in 2003. How crazy is that? 30 months. And the thing about it is, he obviously didn't get caught for this Bruce person who's on Rogan's show now, but just the fact that he did this and got caught, how many times has he done it? Like, this is obviously some kind of learned behavior that this guy has, that he thinks this is fine to do, just to, get your numbers up or make sure that you get your convictions and be seen as that lawyer that always gets the convictions. Whew, that attorney, absolutely chilling stuff. Can you imagine getting locked up for 29 years and you legitimately didn't do it? That's absolutely terrible. And this guy was trying to tell them the whole time that this guy is, this is misconduct. This guy's not handling the case. And he was right. It really makes you think. And obviously not every person who gets locked up, African American, white, whatever, not every person is innocent, but sometimes people are innocent. Let me know in the comments that's the scumbag right there. Oh man, he looks like that kind of guy too. He's like, yep, we got another one. Terrible. This is the type of stuff that makes it so people don't want to trust anybody in law, in the law side of the world. Whether it's attorney, police officers, it's just pieces of garbage like this right here. But he's serving, he's probably already done. That was 2019, 30 months. So he's probably already done. Might have even got out early on good behavior if he just kind of sat. And imagine he gets put in a place with like other people who he's actually convicted, because he went to federal prison. He didn't go to any jokey joke prison. Man, I hope he got what he deserves. Jeez, yeah. The latest fruits of the Queen's DA investigation into witness bribing and tampering that's already netted multiple arrests. Wow, man. Wow, to think that's a real thing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, this is episode 1993. Let me just verify that. 1993 with Josh Dublin and Bruce Bryan. This is an incredible story. There's so much more to this. They go into like his whole life and what he did when he was on the inside, because he wasn't just wallowing. He started learning. He got degrees. He started programs. Like, just an incredible guy. And I don't think he's one of those people that went to prison and got clemency and like they see that they wrongly convicted this person and then he got millions of dollars. Like, he's just out. Like, that's the gift he gets, is that he just gets to see his parents and his mom is still alive, so he gets to see her. But that's it. He's not one of those guys that got like $30 million, $50 million. Absolutely wild. Let me know what you think in the comments of a guy like this. And check out the episode. I'm going to put the link in the description for everybody so you can actually go and see it. It's on Spotify. And also, I'm on Spotify as well. I'm posting all my episodes to Spotify very slowly because YouTube is making it hard. And at least if I can get a lot of downloads per month, I can get some kind of sponsorship. We'll see. working on things, guys. But thank you so much for everybody who's watched this far, and thank you for your support, and thank you to anybody who's bought any clothing. I appreciate it so much. I'm out.